Standards and specifications are sets of rules and properties that define products, processes, and services, and that can have many characteristics. Each of those characteristics can be described with a statement like, the standard or specification is licensed on a royalty-free basis. When many of those characteristics are put together, they can provide a very accurate description of a standard or specification. The sum of those characteristics, plus the justification of why the statements are true or not for that standard or specification, is what CAMSS calls an assessment. Each CAMSS assessment can be shared and reused as many times as needed. CAMSS provides different sets of statements, called scenarios, which assess the fitness of a standard or specification for a specific purpose. Depending on the assessment scenario chosen, the use cases for a CAMSS assessment are different. For the CAMSS MSP assessment, the main use case is providing a reference for the identification by the multi-stakeholder platform, an advisory body of the European Commission, of the assessed standard or technical specification as fit for its use in public procurement. In the case of the CAMSS technical specification assessment, the main use case is providing a reference to back the choice of the assessed standard or technical specification for its use in an eGovernment project. Finally, for the CAMSS EIF assessment, the main use case is supporting the alignment of the assessed standard or technical specification with the European interoperability framework. This is particularly important towards backing the choice of the assessed standard or technical specification for describing the interoperability requirements of an architecture building block of the European Interoperability Reference Architecture, ERA. If you are a solutions architect, you can benefit from a CAMSS assessment by using it as a certification to back the choice of a standard or technical specification for its inclusion in a particular architecture. In the case of a public procurer, you could use a CAMSS assessment to benchmark for standards or technical specifications with the aim of including them in a public tender. Finally, in the case of member states, they can use it as a certification to back the inclusion of a standard or technical specification in their national catalogue. Assessments are produced with the CAMSS solution, the CAMSS tools. These tools contain a series of assessment scenarios, and each scenario is focused on a specific purpose. For example, the CAMSS EIF scenario assesses the conformance of a standard or technical specification with the European Interoperability Framework, EIF. When the answer and justification to all the statements contained in a scenario, called criteria, are provided, the tools give back a set of results. These results, together with the justification provided for each criteria, constitute a CAMSS assessment. CAMSS assessment can be requested on demand through CAMSS as a service, which is a cost-free service provided by the CAMSS Action. CAMSS as a service can be requested by email at digit-cams@ec.europa.eu. All CAMSS assessments can be found in the CAMSS Assessment Library, which is located in the CAMSS Join-Up page. Finally, CAMSS assessments will also be available at the ERA Library of Interoperability Specifications, ELIS, proximately.